Welcome back for another reaction. Today we're going to look at the 20 most ridiculous moments in NFL history. I just saw like a big like that Jumbotron, is that what it's called? Or whatever that was down on the ground. I just in the thumbnail. I'm hoping it's actually in the video. But it caught my eye and I need to check this out. So let's go and take a look.
The most ridiculous moments in NFL history.
Oh, we got a fight.
Oh.
Going big smoked on the kids. He starts to come and then he pulls out.
And first,
well,
an NFL player celebrated a touchdown.
He saw himself on camera being sus. Ooh, take that, bitch.
Down his face.
I don't know what that man's doing. And
maybe he was trying to pass it, but he was like,
Juwan Williams caught a ridiculous interception with his cheeks.
Oh.
Up in the air. That's intercepted. Grabs him, hooked him. Still a great catch.
Yeah, one shit split, all right?
Never hit the ground.
Ugh, I know that football stinks.
Take it in the...
Look, some fans are nasty too. Cause at number 18, this fan got his hand on Tom Brady's used water bottle and did this.
No.
Good lord, that is straight up nasty.
Yeah.
Like number 17, cause during a Steelers
I'm sorry, I
game,
can't tolerate disgusting shit.
By his own teammate.
Wait, what's he doing? Like, oh man, really?
An NFL kicker got screwed even harder in number 16. Cause back in 2005, a football almost got swept up by a hurricane.
And the kick is up, it's on the way, and it's...
What?
No. Man. There he goes.
Oh wait, somebody's pranking their ass.
Number 15 was flying too, because Justin Jefferson made one of the most ridiculous catches in NFL history.
Kirk Cousins back to throw on 4th and 18. He's given time. He wants Jefferson. Climbs the ladder. Oh my goodness.
That's a good one.
Jefferson.
Bam. That's mine, bitch.
Jesus, that man's an animal. But so is OBJ. Cause at number 14, he made a ridiculous play for a touchdown. And instead of celebrating like a normal person, OBJ marked his territory with the most ridiculous celebration in NFL history.
The Giants have their second touchdown of the season.
I guess he's got that dog in him. But the NFL player number 13 is an untrained dog, because after making a tackle, Mike Daniels completely embarrassed himself on national TV.
Mike Daniels is excited, but maybe he's a little too excited. Look at his pants.
Damn,
do you have to go potty?
Yo, how the hell did that happen?
That's not good.
I got even more questions for number 12.
Just blame it on my fat, sweaty thighs.
The field became flooded in the most ridiculous way possible.
To Michael Robinson, Seattle on top. And then this happened. Slip and slide, wet and slide. Hey, is it that warm?
That's part of the new
very moist.
That's what they do now.
Man, those dudes got soaked. But in number 11, this ref got pounded, cause during a fumble, he got caught in a vicious dog punch.
He's got it. And Ron Winter just got buried.
Damn, my man got sent to another dimension. But anyways, we're in the top 10 now, which means we're taking ridiculous to the next level. And we gotta talk about the time an NFL game was interrupted by aliens. See, in 1979, the Cowboys and Steelers were playing a game in Pittsburgh, and it just seemed like any average game. But there was something mysterious going on above the stadium, because when everyone looked up, they saw this.
There it is. Now, what is that? Sure, your leader. I want you to explain that to me, Dr. I'm afraid so. This is sort of a Twilight Zone football game.
Couple drones.
Now remember, there were no drones or anything like that back then, so people were going
crazy,
I
don't believe
wondering
that.
what those flying objects actually were.
I don't believe that.
But after multiple investigations, there was still no explanation. Hell, there was even a news report in 2011 by Channel 4 Action News.
U.S. government, military messing about. That's all that is.
So to this day, people still believe
Or an
it was
inventor.
actually aliens. Man, I've never seen anything like that. Now, for number 9, what if I told you this is the only coach in the NFL that needs a bodyguard? Well, let me explain. See, Rams head coach Sean McVay was having problems with bumping into refs. I mean, he'd be so into the game, you wouldn't realize that he was halfway down the field. And it started to become a problem, because every time he got caught or bumped into a ref, his team got a penalty. Now, the Rams organization decided that they just couldn't have this anymore, and decided to take matters into their own hands. So they put their heads together and came up with the most ridiculous solution, hiring a dude whose only job is to move Sean out of the way.
There is an art to it. It is kind of like a dance, maybe tango, like a sidestep into the path of the official and then remove back.
You know, here he is here. He's just kind of riding him.
It's kind of weird.
Now look, we gotta talk about OBJ again. Cause
I
number
use
8
somebody
got
to
his
hold
ass
my pants
beat
up
in front of the
sometimes.
entire world. See, Odell's been known for throwing tantrums his entire career. From getting into fights, headbutting things on the sideline, hell, even just kicking a ball into the stands over a drop pass. But in 2016, someone finally put Odell in his place. Cause after not receiving a wide open pass, he blew a fuse and decided to attack the kicker's net. But it fought back.
Odell Beckham
Oh,
showing his frustration over on the bench.
Hey man, that's karma.
yeah, don't
But 3 weeks
throw a
later,
little
after making
tantrum like a
game-winning
whiny bitch.
touchdown against the Raiders,
And then that wouldn't
he
happen.
made good with the net by giving it a little smooch.
And back to the
clean that mop off your head.
I gotta be honest, man, that's a pretty toxic relationship. But number 6 is straight up abuse. Cause one time, a bunch of mascots beat up little kids. See,
Five Nights
during
at
the
Freddy's.
Vikings halftime show, the team decided to put on a little fun event. Pee Wee football kids. First grown-ass mascots. And during the game, people thought the mascots were gonna take it easy on. But what was supposed to be an event to make the kids feel good turned into a bloodbath.
Yeah. Okay, it was. That's crazy. That's funny. It's funny, okay?
And guess what? They've been doing this for years. Just beating kids up
Crazy.
over and over. Now, these dudes are a bunch of animals. But there are some much crazier moments in the NFL. Like
I mean,
the time
kids
player
can be a little
pooped
bit of
himself on the
asshole,
field,
right?
Or when a Chiefs fan got on the FBI's
Payback's
most
the
wanted
bitch.
list. And we gotta talk about the Chiefs fan who got on the FBI's most wanted list. This is Chiefsaholic, Kansas City's biggest fan. And for years, he's shown his support for his team by going crazy at tailgates and rallying other fans up before games.
This is it, baby. AFC Championship game. This entire season has been devoted to one purpose, and that's to run it back.
Chiefsaholic would travel from state to state for every road game, and by 2022, he'd become a local legend. But then, people noticed something strange. On December 18th, the Chiefs were in Houston to face the Texans, and as fans started filing into the stadium, there was one important piece missing for Kansas City. Chiefsaholic was nowhere to be found. Immediately, fans rushed to Twitter, hoping to find some answers, and that's when they found out something horrifying.
Chiefsaholic, also known as Xavier Michael Babudar, is a career criminal who was disguising himself as a wolf who loved the Kansas City Chiefs, was actually caught red-handed with a gun robbing a bank in Texas on Friday.
Yeah, this dude was arrested for allegedly robbing banks in his
I mean,
costume.
do they
And he
have
wasn't
anything
doing it to
other
pay
than
the
a
bills.
costume?
Nah,
Because
it was so he could afford to go to all these Chiefs games. And now in 2023, he was put on probation and was released from jail. But once the man got out, he cut off his ankle monitor and robbed 6 more banks. So the FBI got involved.
That's why he's
Finally
missing.
caught him 4 months later.
Got all that money.
Kansas City Crime Stoppers can now cross Chiefsaholic off the most wanted list.
Chief superfan, fugitive, and suspected bank robber Xavier Babudar had his first appearance in a federal courtroom this afternoon in Northern California. Since his arrest Friday, the man known to fans as Chiefsaholic is now charged with bank robbery and money laundering. Babudar spent the last 4 months on the lam after removing his ankle monitor and skipping a March court date to be arraigned on bank robbery charges in Oklahoma.
This man went from tailgating to facing at least 10 years in prison. But Mike Tomlin should be locked up too, cause at number 5, he did something so ridiculous, it could have ended a player's career. See, during a close game against the Steelers in 2013,
10 years
Ravens
isn't bad for
Kobe
800
Jones
grand,
caught the
right?
ball and made an incredible run.
As long as he's smart
there
and
was
hides it.
nobody in front of him. It looked like a guaranteed touchdown, or so he thought, cause just before he could reach the end zone, NFL coach Mike
The key to great skin is exfoliating and moisturizing. Old Spice gives me both.
So he thought, cause just before he could reach the end zone, NFL coach Mike Tomlin pulled a dirty play from the sidelines by standing out on the field to block it.
Take taken down at the 27-yard line.
And Tomlin is essentially on the field here, and you just wonder, he's trying to get out of the way there.
Yeah, now that's a cheap shot. He could have tore Jacoby's ACL or MCL with a stunt like that. And that's it. No more NFL career. And while the Steelers ended up losing the game, the NFL didn't let Tomlin off the hook. Because after reviewing the play, they decided he needed to pay the price and fine his ass $100,000. After the incident, though, Mike didn't say shit. I mean, it took him 9 years before he even acknowledged it. When on the Pivot podcast, he said this.
When you trying to trip that man on the sideline, I ain't know if everybody trying to ask you, bro. Your ass was right there, coach.
I tell you this: people that know me and know the level of respect that I have for the game and the men that play it, then I don't feel the need to explain it to them. And those that don't know me, I just assume they think the worst of me. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But look, number 4 is way worse, because we
$100,000 is nothing to those guys.
In football history, Poopgate. See, during the 2020 season, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens were taking on the Browns. But during the game, something was off for Lamar, because there was clearly something bothering him. So at the start of the fourth quarter, he ran off the field, claiming he had cramps. But that's just what he wanted everyone to think, because 10 minutes later, Lamar came back out ready to play, like nothing happened. So Twitter, celebrities, and the entire internet started thinking Lamar was lying, and that he actually took the Browns to the Super Bowl by pooping his pants.
Steve, I'm now being told that Lamar Jackson is back in the Ravens locker room being treated for cramps.
But when Lamar was asked about the incident, he tried to cover his ass.
Just to clarify, you didn't have to use the bathroom or anything in the back, right?
No, I was cramping. I ain't putting Paul Pierce.
This man beat the allegations, the Browns, and the toilet. Now that's legendary. And speaking of legendary, we've hit the top 3, which means we're going ridiculous. Starting with the time a fan stole millions from the New York Giants. Back in 2008, the Giants and the Patriots were facing off in the Super Bowl. And going into the match, the Patriots hadn't lost a game the entire season. But when the final whistle blew, the Giants had beaten the Patriots, leaving fans crushed. But one fan took the loss too far, cause he found out the jeweler making the Giants Super Bowl rings happened to be near his hometown. So he devised a plan to break in and steal them. And after weeks of planning and pulling together a team of 2 other guys, he not only broke in and stole the rings, he stole everything else inside, totaling over $2 million. And he would have got away with it, but he told one of his ex-girlfriends the entire story. And after they broke up, she ratted his ass out. So in the end, Sean was sentenced to 20 years in prison, and the Super Bowl rings were all returned. Damn, I don't know if this dude's crazy or a savage, but Plaxico Burress was just dumb. Cause in number 2, he ruined his career in the most ridiculous way. See, Plaxico Burress had everything you wanted. A spot on the New York Giants, millions of dollars, and even a Super Bowl ring. This man was on top of the football world, but he had one more thing that cost him everything. See, in November of 2008, Plaxico was in a New York nightclub, just looking to have a good time, but he kept that thing on him. And while he was walking up the stairs, the unthinkable happened. His gun fell out of his pants and accidentally shot himself in the leg. Even though he got rushed to the hospital and ended up being okay, things got way worse. Cause not only did he get a 4-game suspension from the NFL, but it shot his hopes down of an NFL future.
Now, a big city anti-gun mayor is involved, one who only last year posted
that guy's a
thousands of
nuisance.
signs warning people against using illegal guns.
I think it'd be an outrage.
God, that guy's a waste of space right there.
Extent of the law.
Under New York state law, if convicted, Burress would face a mandatory 3.5 years in prison.
After Plaxico was found guilty, that 4-game suspension turned into a
corrupt ass
criminal record.
New York
2
mayors,
seasons,
governors,
and millions of dollars lost. And as if that wasn't bad enough, Plaxico regrets that one shot every single day.
I see guys like Randy Moss and Terrell Owens and all those guys that I played with, and I was like, I basically shot down a Hall of Fame career.
Man, next
every time I see one of those mayors or governors in New York or Illinois or something like that, I think of Lucky Quinn from Watch Dogs.
In NFL history, it was Super Bowl 38. Over 144 million people watching live. Everyone from children to adults to grandparents were all huddled around their TV, and they were excited to see 2 of the biggest stars in the world.
I thought they were going to say 2 of the biggest hits.
Justin Timberlake. So when they took the stage at halftime, everyone went crazy. The two put on the performance of a lifetime, but during the final minutes of their epic performance, something nobody saw coming happened. Cause on the final note of the performance, Justin was supposed to rip part of Janet's costume to reveal another layer of her outfit, but instead, she had a wardrobe malfunction, exposing herself to the entire world. And just a few days later, Janet opened up about the situation, explaining exactly what happened.
Was it planned, Janet?
No.
It was not planned.
Well, what people don't understand is he was to take and rip the piece off that he did.
The leather piece.
Right, but more came off than what was supposed to.
And this proved to be a costly mistake for everyone involved, because not only did it hurt Janet's career, but the NFL was asked to refund the halftime show
Tits don't hurt.
For
Tits do not hurt anyone.
God damn. Now that is one expensive nipple. But
I'm sorry, but
there's
that's
an
bullshit.
NFL player that lost more money than that for breaking the rules. Because Calvin Ridley lost over $11 million after being suspended for gambling on NFL games. Turns out, he had no clue that rule existed. And he's not alone. There are a ton of NFL rules that nobody knows about. Like how players aren't allowed to use inhalers. Or that a team starts fining players every time they fart.
Arbitrary
There's
rules,
some
too.
wild stuff going on in that rule book. So if you want to hear more, then you need to click on this video right here. These are NFL.
Yeah, so I think that that nip slip one was kind of bullshit because, you know, showing your tits don't end your career or hurt it. You know, it can only make things better. You got guys out there that have seen your tits and they want to see it again. And so, you know, they're thirsty, they're hoping they stick around, they'll see more nips, right? So I just don't see how that can hurt a career. I mean, your tits are out, you know, enjoy it, all right? So that's all I got to say about that, all right? And as far as that damn mayor, man, he's a waste of space. I'll tell you what, he's one of the most corrupt pieces of shit out there, and he's over here going after somebody about some anti-gun bullshit. Yeah, you know how I feel about that one. If you've seen some of other videos and reactions to things, you know what my beliefs are. Or that episode of Detroit Become Human where the cop comes over to the house. No spoilers. But yeah, I mean, some of these were kind of crazy. I really don't have much to say about it because I was saying what I had to say during these things. Yeah, the coach that got fined $100,000, he can afford it. They pay him really well. You know, as long as he's not spending everything he gets and living paycheck to paycheck, he's fine. But even if he was, I mean, $100,000 is what, a fraction of a paycheck, right? Is it? So I don't know. Anyway, you want to see more reactions? Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and you'll know when they come up. I also do gameplay videos. I try to rotate back and forth a little bit. Make sure that you check some of that out. Check out my other reaction videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.